Hi guys, welcome back to Mom's Go-Tos channel. In today's video, we will be showing you how to make Ube Ensaymada. Ube Ensaymada is a brioche filled with ube jam or purple yam jam and topped with some icing, cheese, and more ube jam. Topping this with more ube is optional. Since we already have some ube in the bread, you don't really have to top this with more ube. If you want to just end up topping it with the icing and cheese, then that's fine. If you like ube just like me, you can add more ube like this. So I call this double ube. And if you really like ube, you can also make triple ube ensaymada. I made triple ube ensaymada before, and I can show you that recipe if you'd like to. So if you want to, you can comment below and I can show you on my next video. This is really one of my go-tos. I make them and store them in the freezer. And when I'm rushing and do not have time to prepare my food, I just heat them up in the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds and have it with my coffee and I'm good to go. And if you also want to make this for business, these are really good because you can wrap them individually and you can safely sell them. So let's get started. For ingredients for the bread, we have here all-purpose flour and bread flour combined in this bowl, evaporated milk, unsalted butter, salt, eggs, yeast, ube or purple yam jam. We also made a video on how to make this ube jam and we will be providing the link below so you can watch it as well. And one more left here is the sugar. First, we're going to put all the dry ingredients in this bowl except for the sugar. So we have the flour, yeast, and salt. Then we're going to heat up the milk and butter in this pot. So we're going to heat this up until we reach a temperature of 100 to 110. While heating this up, we have to continuously mix them. That way it will not create a film on the top. Also, we have to watch the temperature by checking it with our thermometer so that it will not go over 110 degrees. Soon as it gets to the temperature that we're looking for, we can go ahead and add the sugar. Make sure that the sugar is completely dissolved. Soon as the sugar is completely dissolved, we can slowly pour this in the solid mixture that we have in our mixing bowl. Turn on the mixer starting on low for about 1 minute. Then we can gradually increase the speed. Continue mixing for about 4 to 6 minutes or until it's kind of like soft and stretchy. If you don't have a stand mixer and you're kneading it by hand, you can knead this for about 8 to 10 minutes or 12 minutes. To check the consistency that we want, you can check it like this, like stretch it, and you will be able to see through it without ripping it off. Since we've reached the consistency that we want, then we can move it in our bowl. So we're going to move it in this oil bowl and make it rise until the size doubles. After moving it in the bowl, we are going to cover it with saran wrap and put it in a warm place until it doubles in size. I normally put mine in the oven to rise faster. After about 45 minutes, it's already doubled in size, so we can start cutting them off and weighing them. So we're going to let the air out like this before we form a log. After forming a log, we can divide them into two and then we can start weighing them. For the weight, we are looking at 47 to 48 grams. After weighing, we're going to flatten them with this rolling pin like this in a long shape. Then we're going to put the filling in. We're going to put the ube filling. Then we're going to roll them and put them in the molders. Since we don't have aluminum molders, we're using this kind. These are brioche paper baking cups. These are really nice because they're safe for baking, freezing, and they're also safe to use in the microwave. After rolling them and putting them in these molders, we are going to cover it with saran wrap or cloth, and then we're going to let it rest for at least an hour. So for those who are looking at making this for business, we were able to make 24 pieces out of this, out of the measurement, with 47 to 48 grams each. After resting for an hour, this is how it looks like. They almost double in size. So they're now ready to be baked. Now we can heat up the oven for 350 degrees. Then we're going to bake this for 15 to 18 minutes or until it's golden brown, just like this. After baking, we are going to let them cool down before putting the icing. So while it's cooling down, we are going to start mixing our icing. So for the icing, we will be using condensed milk and butter. Please ignore the jam. I don't know what's in there. So this is just so simple. We are going to put both ingredients in the mixer, which is the butter and the condensed milk, and just mix it for about 2 minutes or until it's fluffy. We used times 3 of this measurement. We just tried that measurement for the first time, and we made more because we didn't have enough. Now we are ready to put the toppings. We have the icing that we just made, ube, Parmesan cheese, and Eden cheese. If you don't have Eden cheese, you can use the Velveeta 2% milk, or you can also use the Velveeta cheddar cheese. Now we can put the icing first. So I would be generous in putting icing because this is the best part of it. Then we are going to add the Eden cheese. Then the cheese Parmesan. And then the ube. So here we go. 1 down, and we have 23 more. Now we ended up making half and half. So half of it has the ube toppings and half of it is just with the cheese. So you can do the same thing if you want. Now we're going to show you how we wrap. We're using this cellophane wrap roll that we bought from Amazon. This cellophane wrap roll are folded and rolled, so we just measured 14 inches in length and cut in the middle so you will have 2 pieces at one time. In wrapping, we put the ensaymada in the middle, then hold both ends on the top, and starting from both ends, fold them into about ½ inch going towards the middle until it's almost tight and secured. Then fold both sides like you see in the video, and then fold towards the bottom, and then tape, and we're good to go. And now these ensaymada are ready to go in the fridge or in the freezer, or they're ready for selling if you want it for business. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you had fun, and I hope you learned something from this video. And for the complete list of our ingredients, we'll be providing them in the description box, and if you have some questions, leave them in the comment section and we'll get back with you. And also, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to our channel, and click on the bell button. That way you'll be updated when we post new videos.